And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoy that lovely Brood War OST as we have returned with the grand finals of the Hatchery Cup number 12, your monthly dose of open StarCraft content. And again, if you have enjoyed the broadcast, if you enjoyed the matches, if you want to support the Hatchery Cup, then consider supporting over on Boosty. Exclamation mark Hatsu in the chat, and you can get a link to the Boosty, which is basically like a Patreon. It is a website designed to support the Hatchery Cup, where you can fund it by the community, for the community, to help grow the event, to fund extra tournaments, to make it more consistent, maybe grow the prize pool, or even fund a King of the Hill style version of the event as well. So again, if you want to support us, exclamation mark Hatsu in the chat, you'll get a link, and you can support if you so choose. Otherwise, we're getting into the grand finals, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Hardlet, we have our reigning world champion. We have our reigning Hatchery Cup champion from the land of Poland, representing Storm Gaming. It is Gerald. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Zerg player, representing Starlight Twinkle, looking to claim his first win in quite some time. Can he take down the reigning champion? We have our challenger. It is Wayne. Here we go. But again, a big shout to Hatsu, as I did mention previously. Hatsu is the organizer of this event, is the admin, is a caster, and of course does organize not just Hatchery Cup, but also Christmas Cup, New Year Cup. There have been many events that Hatsu has had her hands in and has been organizing and bringing to the community, to the StarCraft scene. So much love, much support. Consider sending it her way via that Boosty link. As we're getting into game number 1. As a reminder, we've reached the grand finals, and this is a best of 5. Plenty of games are ahead of us. I'm ready to sink my teeth into this beautiful ZvP. For the time being, standard openers. It's going to be a hatch gas pool opener out of Wayne. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild, just a hatch gas pool. Likewise, across the map, Gerald going for a gate expand into the cyber core. Everything's looking as it should. Based on the pylon placement, feels like a Stargate. There it is. Stargate is on the way for Gerald. It is closer to the edge of the main base, just to reduce the time it takes for the Oracle to get across the map, so we can get some economic damage done. Should be an Oracle opener into a third. Triple Oracle into a third base. Standard play here from Gerald. Really, my eyes are on Wayne. My eyes are on Wayne because he has been known for aggression. Of course, don't get me wrong. He can play macro. He can play macro. He can play a late game, but he thrives in the mid game. He thrives in a more aggressive style, with a more aggressive style. So we'll see when and if Wayne cuts workers. Now, we've spoken about hard lead before. We spoke about it during the Nikic series, during Nikic versus Art, how it is very common to go for all-ins on this map and to set up a creep highway, to knock down the rocks, and to just commit to an all-in. But Wayne, by taking the linear third base, he doesn't really have that kind of setup. He doesn't have the creep spreading across the map and being launched into the natural base. So it feels like a more passive opener from Wayne. Well, as we do have a couple of links slipping out across the map. 2 probes do go down at the same time at depths. They run into the queens, but we can shade past them. We do not commit. The shade is cancelled, and the Lings, they get a free scout of the main base. Link speed does kick in, and we get eyes on the Stargate. So a very nice scout here from Wayne. He's fully aware of what's going on. He wants another probe. He gets one. 3 probes go down in total, but the Oracle gets across the map. And can we get any economic damage? The Queens are in position. Good stutter stepping here from Wayne. He does zone the Oracle away. Does deny any damage in the main base, or at the third. Does save that mineral line. Spore finishes in the main. We have 2 Queens in position as well. The natural is a little bit more exposed, but there it is. We have a Spore on the way there as well. So a very solid setup here by Wayne. And for the time being, Gerald hasn't been able to break the defenses, but now he's up to 2 Oracles. And this is a big power spike for Gerald. 2 Oracles, one-shot drones. They can one-shot. They have a lot of potential. A lot of DPS. They head towards that natural. The Spore is in position. Oh my god, we get 1 drone. Only 1. Very quick morph there by Wayne. Very quick reaction there from our Zerg player. We do lose 2 drones, but only 2 drones. Acceptable losses for the Zerg player, and Gerald has yet to really deal critical damage. What's important though, as I do have to give credit to Gerald, is that he has kept his Oracles alive. He has kept them alive. They can still threaten these mineral lines, and we can still gain more value. Whether it's killing drones, or trading against lings, or even stasis traps to support the army, there is potential in these oracles. Meanwhile, in the main base, we're getting into a Forge, a Twilight Council +1, and Blinker on the way for Gerald. Should be a standard follow-up here. Standard game so far, nothing too out of the norm from Gerald. Wayne, likewise, going to be droning, taking his gases, getting up to 3-base saturation. 4th Hatchery is on the way, and we're working towards Lingbane Roach Ravager. The Roach Horn's on the way alongside +1 melee. The melee tells us that it should be Lingbane on the way for Wayne. So we're working towards the mid-game, and Gerald, he has rocked up. He is going to be using those oracles to take down the tumors. Good revelations here on the creep. The army rotates around. We do catch an Overlord. Supply blocking Wayne. Big pick off there from Gerald. Takes down the Overlord. Heads towards the 4th base. Can we force a cancel? It looks like we can. Wayne just doesn't have enough. The hatchery does finish. We can transfuse. We can try. We go for the queen. And the high energy queen goes down. The Lings, they try to engage. But good trades from Gerald. Again, he was able to get a queen. Lings, Overlords, reinforcements have arrived. And Gerald, he wants to break this position. And he's so close to breaking it. More Lings are flooding across. Are coming out from Wayne. We do catch an Overlord. Overlord does go down. Roaches are in production. And Wayne, he holds. He does barely hold on. It was a close hold, don't get me wrong. We lost queens, we lost Overlords, we lost a lot of momentum. But Wayne, he does hold. Behind this, Gerald's working on his 4th base. I would say that Gerald has the economic lead. He has a comparable worker count. Has the 4th on the way. Things are looking good here for Gerald, as he hasn't really lost too much. Retained all of his Stalkers, retained his Oracles. +1 and Blinker on the horizon here. Do we have a Gateway Explosion? Not quite. We only have 5 gateways for now. But there it is. The Gateway Explosion is here. And Gerald should soon be pushing out. As he does move out on the right-hand side, we do see Wayne catching some Adepts towards the left. Good trades here with the Oracles. We do shave off a lot of Lings. At the same time, Gerald is going to be committing, going right for the center base. But we have Roaches. This time, Wayne, he has an army. He's in position. He forces the army back. We can see Wayne cutting workers at 74. That is, around 4-base saturation here. And focusing on Lingbane Roach Ravager. We have Bailing Speed on the way. Roaches are amassing. No Ravagers yet, but I'm sure they're soon going to be on the way. As Wayne is stabilizing. Likewise, Gerald focusing on a very gateway-heavy composition, going for a Swarm Toss style. Charges on the way, +2 as well. Does come across the army. Bailings are finishing up just in time. Bailing's speed, though, is still a ways off, so without it, Wayne can't engage. Instead, he holds his position. Goes for a Ling run by Gerald. Good reaction out of our Protoss. Does wall off. Does warp in time. Forces back the Lings. Now, what I'm a little bit concerned by here is that Wayne is still stuck with Lingbane Roach Ravager, and it is a very mid-game composition. He's going to be rolling in. He's going for the Stalkers. Going for the army. Does catch a lot of them. Going straight for the middle line even. And probes will not be going down. A very clean warp in there from Gerald. He shuts down the Banelings. But what about the Stalkers? As they do hold their own. Good split here from Gerald, avoiding the splash damage on those Banelings. Keeps all of his workers alive, and Gerald, he takes a very good fight. And he will punish Wayne, shutting down the army, connects there with those Roaches. And Wayne is in a lot of trouble. Again, Wayne had a massive supply lead, but he did nothing to the economy. Every worker lived. Again, really clean defense, really good reaction out of Gerald. And now he's snowballing out of control. He has momentum on his side. Still only a gateway army, to be fair. Waiting for the surround. He comes in with the surround, but we do blink away. Zealot reinforcements coming in. Gerald's bleeding out some Stalkers, though. These are some expensive losses. At the same time, Zealot Rumback catches the Queens. Queens are bleeding out. Zealot reinforcements coming in. Gerald did bleed out a lot of Stalkers, though. Oof, that was 26 Stalkers going down in total. That was a big blow to the army. Again, the strength of this build for Gerald is that the Stalker count gets higher and higher. You build up the Stalker count, it snowballs out of control, and you snowball into a win. But those are some really big trades here for Wayne. Catching those Stalkers. Ooh, he is forced to pull back. He's forced to pull back home. He's reinforcing. Storm is on the way. That's going to be the next big power spike for Gerald. Wayne, I believe, is still on lair tech. No hive, no gases, no vipers in sight, no adrenal either. Wayne is being outscaled. Like, essentially, Wayne is pretty all in. He's not taking up any further. Lings, they come in for some harassment, but they do get shut down. Banelings, they go for the mineral line. The probes this time will fall. Decent connections there from Wayne. Zones away the army, gets a kill on the center base. And suddenly, that was worth it for Wayne. A much better trade, a much better moment. 15 probes go down. Oh, Lings, they do slip into that natural. Getting up to 18 workers. And Wayne, he's just continuing to remax here on Ling, Bane, Roach Ravager. Non-stop army production. But now we have Storm. Do we have High Templar? We have one. Oh. One High Templar in position. Still, we need a little bit more time for the Storm. Wayne gonna be collapsing on the army. Rolls on forward. Overcharge is popped. He wants to get into the middle line. Where's the Storm? We have it. The Storm gets thrown down. Does connect with the Banelings. We engulf the army. We turn back around. We're going for the mineral line. So far, a decent defense, but we get in. We do get in when we bust on through. 14 probes go down and the base as well. And Wayne, he has done it. He broke the 4th. He broke the 5th. Gerald, he gets knocked down to 3 bases. At the same time, he tries to go for a Zealot run by, but the reinforcements, they clean them up. The Zealots, they do nothing. And Gerald, he's falling behind. He's in a world of hurt. His economy, non-existent. Initially, things weren't looking too bad. But he did lose control of the game. He lost control of the center base. And you can see here, Gerald's bleeding out far too many units. And with that, Wayne, he has finally done it. We have more High Templar coming in, but we don't have a Storm. We don't have a Storm available. We morphed the Archon. Catching more of these Stalkers. Wayne closing that gap. Now, finally, he's going to be forced back. But what does Gerald have left? He has 1 mining base. He has half a mining base here at the natural. He's mining out of his main. He has no 4th. And that's what matters. Wayne, he just doesn't have an economy. We get us around. We dive on top of the army. Gerald's overextending. Did I say Wayne doesn't have an I'm going to say Gerald doesn't have an economy. GG gets called, and Wayne will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Honestly, initially things were looking good for Gerald. Initially, things weren't looking too bad. He was having some very clean defense, very good trades with his Stalkers. But eventually, he was caught out. Eventually, we saw Wayne catching those Stalkers on the right-hand side. Finally gaining some momentum, trading a little bit better. Really culling that Stalker count. And that snowballed into a big fight at the 4th base, where he was finally able to touch the economy and break the bases of Gerald. GG. GG, well played. Wayne takes a 1-0 lead, but it's not over. It's a best of 5. Plenty more games ahead of us. Plenty of opportunities to bounce back. Let's go. Here we go. We're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of side Delta, we have our Polish Protoss player, the Red Protoss representing Storm Gaming. Down in this series, but it's a best of 5. He has plenty of opportunities to come back. It is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Blue Zerg player representing Starlight Twinkle, leading the series 1-0. We have our challenger, and he is looking to take this. He's looking to get his revenge, looking to claim that throne once again. It is Wayne. Again, Gerald, he is our back-to-back champion. Gerald, he has won 2 Hatchery Cups in a row. He's going for the 3rd win in a row here, but he's struggling at the start of the series. Our reigning champion here is struggling, but can he bounce back? I'm sure he can. I'm hoping for a back and forth. I mean, in an ideal world, ace match, right? Okay. Give me a game 5, Papi. Give me a game 5. We'll see if we can get there. For now, hatch first. Hatch first from Wayne. Gerald forcing the unnatural natural here out of our Zerg player. Just disrupting the start as Gerald is easing into his own opener, his own gateway into Nexus. So far, nothing too wild, but we'll keep an eye on the players. If you remember, in the previous game, it was a pretty passive start. It was a pretty passive start to the game where Gerald was going gate expand into a Stargate, into Oracle, into a third base. Likewise, Wayne was also going into Roach Ravager, Lingbane Roach. Very few Ravagers, actually. But he was just going into a Lingbane Roach. I mean, Wayne did go for an all-in, essentially. A Lair Tech all-in. No Hive, no Adrenal, no 3-3. Just purely a Lair Tech all-in. Did end up working barely against Gerald. We'll see if we can pull off something like that again. For now, we're just easing ourselves into this and waiting for our tech of choice. Based on the pylon placement, Stargate. Feels like a Stargate opener here from Gerald. There it is. Stargate has been thrown down. Based on the placement, this should be an Oracle opener once again from our Protoss. So Oracle into a third base, into a second Oracle as well. We can go up to triple Oracle production for Gerald. And he doesn't deviate too much. Now, what I will say, if you were here for the Cristiano series, you would know that there is a Cristiano build. The Cristiano build is to go into a Robo follow-up, into delayed charge, into a mass amount of immortals. I'm talking like 8 to 10 immortal production. Like, it's insane what Cristiano does. And I bring this up because Cristiano, he's a Polish Protoss player, and his build has been permeating throughout the Polish scene. We've seen it from Ziomek, we've seen it from Papi, we've seen it from Gerald. Like, the other Polish Protosses, they have adopted it themselves, and it is a ZvP build. So I would not be surprised if Gerald whips it out at some point in this series, because it's terrifying. Like, we saw Cristiano pop off with it earlier against GG Machine. It's not easy to hold. So we'll keep an eye out for a Robo follow-up. If it's a Robo first, then it should be the Immortal build, the Cristiano build. So we'll keep an eye out on it for now. Gerald's going for his third. Going to be expanding here and taking his third base. Oracle does move out across the map. The Adepts, they make it back home to defend. So the Oracle is going to be forced back. Just getting a tumor, no big damage yet. We do have Queens in position at the third. The natural is exposed, but there's nothing to really kill here. There is no damage, there is no workers. As Wayne does minimize his losses. Evo chamber on the way. And we're still waiting for our follow-up tech. Likewise, so is Wayne. He's looking for it. He does come across the Twilight Council. Big scout there for Wayne. Is going to be the Twilight Council follow-up. The Oracles, they do slip in. They do get one drone. But still only one worker. Not worth it so far. Barely any damage dealt. Good defense by Wayne. But again, we do see Geralt retaining these Oracles. At least they're still alive, but they can always add more value. They can always trade well against Lings, Stasis Trap, the army, and even get Revelations off on the positioning of Wayne. So at least the Oracles are still alive. Meanwhile, behind this, it's going to be a Twilight Council and a Forge. Looks like +1 on Blink. There it is. Blink is on the way. So the same build so far. Same build, same opener. It's the same because it's standard. It is the meta here of PvZ. Going for +1 Blink Stalkers. Oracles, oh, they do overextend though. A lot of damage dealt to one of them. And behind this, did I miss something? As the Oracles, they take some extra hits. I don't see gases. I don't see a Roach Warren. We're going straight up Massling Pain. Oh my god, Wayne, he's cutting workers a little bit early on. Bailing S is on the way. No lair, no gases whatsoever. We're flooding Lings. We're going for a massive Ling flood. A very risky move here by Wayne. Very committed. Lair is on the way, but I'm sure that's only for upgrades. This looks like Ling Bane into Ultra, into Hive Tech. As Lings, they do get across the map. They do collapse here on top of some of these gateways. Gateway is cancelled to just surround some of these zealots. At the same time, Gerald is pushing in. Comes across the Stalkers. He does actually get a Queen. Queen goes down, but there are so many Lings. We collapse on the army, and we do snowball out of control. Stalkers are going down. We force a recall. A good stasis, but we're still making more Lings. Banelings are morphing in across the map, and Wayne, he's collapsing this army. He's all in. Completely all in with this. Roach Warren behind this. Still very minimal droning. And can we break this position? There is a shield battery. There is an overcharge. And we're going for it. Good positioning with these Stalkers. They do wall off. Force field as well. Yeah, Banelings, they try to crash forward, but they are denied. A good defense here by Gerald. A solid wall. That could have been game. That could have been game here with the Banelings getting into the mineral line. But Gerald, he does hold, and now Wayne is droning. He goes back home, he's droning, he's working on his gases. We see a gas geyser on the way here at the natural, and at the third base. Wayne, he's calming down and he's transitioning into Ling Bane. Roach once again. +2 melee is on the way, Roach speed is on the way. But we're calming things down. But this was very committed from Wayne, is what I will say. It's been very committed and it hasn't been worth it so far. Gets a pylon, goes for the gateways. Will pull back. Gerald getting his 4th base up and running. It is vulnerable, but Gerald, he's able to hold on. Able to be in position. We'll see if Wayne can punish that 4th. He's got a lot of Lings, and he should be able to collapse on it. The wall is on the way. It's up and running. It looks like Wayne, he will not be able to get on top of that Nexus. Yeah, he will be slowed down by the wall. Does force a cancel. Going for the Nexus as well. Oracles come in. Again, good target firing on the Banelings. Wayne is forced back. We'll have to pull back home. And Gerald, he saves his 4th. It gets up and running. A big win here for Gerald. A big win. This base should not have gotten up, but alas, Wayne unable to get on top of it. More Banelings on the way. Wayne cutting workers at 65. This is 3 base saturation. 65 workers. 3 base all in here from Wayne. Getting us around here on the Stalkers. Banelings, they roll in as well. They're trying to at least. Roach is doing what they can. Banelings coming from behind, but they're slow. They're waddling in. They waddle into the Stalkers. We get some okay connections. But Wayne, he's running out of steam. He does get a kill on the 4th, though. That's the least amount of damage we needed, and we did get it. The 4th base goes down. Gerald's stuck on a 3-base economy. He is up in workers, but he is not mining. He's oversaturated. As Wayne, he's still all in, by the way. He still collapses on these Stalkers. Gets a surround on the Lings. Sorry, a surround on the Zealots. Banelings not able to get into the mineral line. Not yet. And Wayne will pull back. Behind this, he's still... he just droned. He just droned up to 4 bases. On 76 workers. His creep is looking solid here, getting across the map. This has been a very chaotic game. This has been a very, very aggressive game here out of Wayne. He isn't killing Geralt, but he's doing just enough to keep himself in this. He's doing just enough to keep himself with the lead. Gets a couple of Stalkers. Forces a cancel on the 4th once again. And he will kill these pylons. That's all Wayne has to do. Wayne has map control. He's denying the base over and over again. There's the Hive. Remember what I said earlier. This looks like Ling Bane into Ultras. I stand by that. This Hive is going to be for Adrenal, yes, but I would not be surprised if we throw down an Ultra Cavern. Ultra Cavern would make sense with the Hive. Rocks are being knocked down. Gases still not taken. We're still only on 4, now 5 gases. Very low gas count. Rocks are being knocked down. And as Wayne is maxing out, again, his goal here is to go for the 4th. Storm is done, though. Uh-oh. That's going to be a big problem. Storm has completed for Geralt. And that's a lot of High Templar. That's a lot of Storm. +3 melee is on the way. Adrenal as well. We have the Hive. Big stasis on the Lings and the Banelings. We try to collapse in this position. We're going for the gateways. Banelings, they roll into the mineral line. They try to. And it looks like they barely will. Big connections here. Probes are finally going down. We break the third. Gateways are going down. The shield battery as well. The Stalkers and the High Templar, we were out of position. We had the army to defend. We had what we needed, but not where we needed to be. As that's a kill in the third. Gerald's just one step behind. Bailings, they go for the High Templar. They try to. The High Templar stands strong, but we killed 26 probes. At the same time, we did have a Zealot counterattack, getting a couple of drones, but Wayne will shut them down. And Gerald, his fourth, now turns into a third. And the economy just isn't there for him anymore. There's the Ultra Cavern that we did mention. It is Lingbane into Ultras. Let's go. I mean, and a couple of Roaches as well. The problem is, I don't know if we're going to see the Ultras. I'll be honest, like, Geralt is all in, and he's getting caught out. Big storms here on the link, so we get a surround on the High Templar. We shut them down. The Ultra Cavern, it's on the way, but we're not going to see them. No. Give us the Ultras, Papi. As Lings, they're coming in for a surround. The Stalkers, there's no way out for them. There is no escape. We're forced to recall. And this fourth, it's not going to get up and running. It's not going to happen. As Wayne, he has map control, he's moving out once again. He's going to clean up what little is left of this fourth. The gases, the gateways, the pylons. And Wayne, he's going to be stuck. Sorry, Geralt is going to be stuck on these two bases, on these three bases even. Does have a lot of High Templar. Does have storms. Good storms on the army. But there's just so much here trickling in. Storms are being forced out. We catch the High Templar as well. Kindness plating is on the way, but again, we don't need the Ultras. Not anymore. We're snowballing out of control. One Ultra's on the way. Let's go. It's coming. It's on the way, but it might just be too little too late because the Roche Ling is snowballing out of control. We bust into the third base. We get into the mineral line, and that's going to be all she wrote. There's no saving this. Yeah, the Lings are wreaking havoc. There is a Zealot counterattack across the map, but we have enough to defend. We get a couple of drones. But Wayne has more than enough. GG gets called, and Wayne takes a 2-0 lead in the grand finals of Hatchery Cup 12. GG. Let's go. Let us go. Wayne popping off here, having some fun. This is a really risky style, by the way. Really risky style. Going for mass Lingbane. As we saw, Wayne was barely getting away with it. He was barely doing enough damage, barely having enough map control to get away with a low economy before droning up, before taking up into Hive and into Roaches. A really risky playstyle, but barely did pay off. And it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to watch. I see in the chat, a shout out to Luck175. Hello, Papi, hello. I know, I forgot to turn on the predictions. I do apologize. Did forget about the predictions for the finals, but next time, I'll do my best. As we are loading into game number 3, potentially the final game. I mean, I hope not. I hope we can sink our teeth into this and have it back and forth, but things are looking a little bit dire here for our Protoss player. Can we bounce back in the finals? I know we can, but will we? Let's go. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Alkione, we have our reigning Hatchery Cup champion. Struggling here in the finals. He needs a win under his belt. He needs to fight back here and now to have a chance at forcing the ace match. It's the Red Protoss, the Polish Protoss, representing Sidestorm Gaming, Gerald. And spawning in the top right, we have his opponent. We have the blue Zerg player representing Starlight Twinkle. One more game is all he needs to have a clean sweep and 3-0 his opponents and become this month's champion for the month of February. It is Wayne. Does this count as like, how does that work? I should know this. Would it be the February champion or the March champion? I guess February, right? And sorry, March, right? Because we're technically in March, and the last one was in Feb. I don't know. Regardless. Next Hatchery Cup champion. Uno más, papi. One more. Across the map, going for the proxy hatch. Let's go. Going for the hatch block here at the natural base. Disrupting the opener here of Gerald. How does it feel? You think that you can get away with pylon blocking every single game and forcing out some weird expansions to Zerg players? Nah, Papi. Let's go. Hatchery is here. And Gerald forced to open up inefficiently. Delaying his Nexus, going for the Cyber Core, chronoing out that Zealot. Again, this is not an all-in. This is not a cheese. As Gerald does throw down a pylon across the map, just denying the goal base. But Wayne is just going to be expanding here at the natural. Had no intention of taking the gold. But again, this is designed to disrupt the opener and to give Wayne an economic lead. That's basically what this is. Just delaying the expansion. Zealot has arrived. We should be canceling. And we do barely cancel in time. That was so clutch. That's so close. Drone does make it out. Does minute walk past. Yeah, getting into the main. Now we can see the boat gases have been taken. Otherwise, we could try to go for a gas steal. Unfortunately, we are unable to. Ooh, drone is going to get surrounded. We do get a kill. Did force some lost mining time, though. But the drone does finally go down, and Gerald, we're going for a proxy star. Oh my god, we're committing! We are going for a proxy Stargate across the map. A risky move here from Gerald, but his goal is to try to get out of control. Meanwhile, we're going for an all-in. It's going to be a Ling Bane Bust. We're Bane Busting, and what do we have at home to defend? We have one Zealot, no shield battery. Stalker is on the way. Stalker is required. And do we have a queen? No queen. Uh-oh. This is about to get wild. Basically, this Oracle is going to wreak havoc, and this Oracle can kill everything. 100%. There is zero anti-air for Wayne. At the same time, we have 2 units to defend back at home. 2 units to defend. We are vulnerable to a Bane Bust. There it is. We have 1 queen here, but wandering outside in between the bases. No queen in the main base. We only have 15 drones. The Oracle is on the way, and we have to commit. We got to send it. We cancel the third. It was a fake third base just for the probe. Love the moves here from Wayne. But this is about to get very chaotic as the Oracle is coming in. At the same time, we call the Banelings. The Banelings, they crash into the Zealot. Zealot goes down. Stalker is in position. We get a surround on the Cybercore. At the same time, the drones are falling here to the Oracle. The Oracle wreaking havoc in the main. Killing everything. Killing every single worker. And can we wall off? We deny the Warp Gates. Warp Gate is denied. The wall is not a wall. Stalker gets surrounded. We do barely wall off in time. Just in time. And the Oracle kills 7 drones. But we still have a little bit more left over. We still have 9 workers mining in the natural. We break through the wall. The gateway goes down. And Wayne, has he done it? Is this too much? The Lings, they get into the main. We have to probe drill. We have to drill as hard as we can here on these mineral patches. Banelings are on the way. We go for the gateway. Void Ray, the Oracles, they're coming back home. Oh my god. And the Oracles, they can clean up these Lings. Bailing is denied. We go down to 15 workers. 16 pros remaining here for Gerald. And they're so low. Oh my god, so many of them go down. The Lings, they just get out of control. They do pull back and we're running out of energy. The Oracle, it is out of energy. We cannot fight back. Not anymore. And the probes, they can't mine. GG gets called. And that is it. That is all she wrote. A chaotic game here. Drones are going down, but the Lings, they busted in. They got out of control. And Wayne is going to be this month's Hatchery Cup champion. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to Wayne as he does not drop a single map here in the finals. We had a very aggressive series here. Game 1 was a 3-base all-in. Was a lair all-in from Wayne. Just doubling down on lair tech, doubling down on maxing out with Ling, Bane, Roach, and just ending the game, just throwing wave after wave of Ling, Bane at his opponent, and eventually breaking Gerald. Game 2 was also very chaotic. Oh my god, was just mass Ling Bane from Wayne. Just mass Ling Bane for so long, eventually incorporating some Roaches, eventually going towards Ultras as well. Just wreaking havoc on site Delta. And here in game 2, the hatch block into a Bane bust. Was against a proxy Stargate, to be fair. But GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to our 2 finalists. A big shout out to Wayne for becoming this month's champion after so long. When was the last Hatchery Cup win for Wayne, by the way? I'm curious. Let me just double check. It's been a while. Gerald, he won number 11, number 10. Strange was our number 9 champion. Wayne, number 8. Wayne hasn't won a Hatchery Cup since October of last year. It's been a while. It's been a couple of months. But Wayne, he is back. Again, he is traditionally our Hatchery Cup champion. And he has regained his throne here in Hatchery Cup 12. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to Wayne. A big shout outs as we are going to be done for now. For a little bit. We have another cast coming up. If you're on YouTube, you would see. That we do have another event coming up right around the corner. We're going to be having a short break, and when we return, we will be coming out with the Infolet 2024 Monthly Cup number 3. Monthly Cup number 3 is on the horizon here. And we will be casting that. But of course, outside of that, I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Hope you all had a great time. If you want to support this tournament, if you want to support the Hatchery Cup, then you can, of course, support it via a link. There is a Boosty link in the chat. From my understanding, it's similar to Patreon. It is similar to Patreon, !Hatsu. !Hatsu in the chat, and you will get a link to the Boosty chat, to the Boosty URL, where you can basically help fund these events, help fund the Hatchery Cups, grow them, fund them, help support the scene, help support StarCraft, and even help grow the event itself. So if you're interested, if you want to support Hatsu and her endeavors with the Hatchery Cup, you can do so with that link in the chat. So that is going to be available to you. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. The least that we ask is that you can follow our channels, whether it's on Twitch, whether it's on YouTube. I believe both Hatsu and the CranKy Ducklings were streaming on both platforms. So you can follow us, you can subscribe. And we are done for now. If you want some more Hatchery Cup action, check out the VODs on YouTube, check out the VODs on Twitch, or come back next month. This is a monthly tournament for now. Maybe if we get some more support, it turns into a bi-weekly or weekly or something crazy like that. For now, it's just a monthly event, and we'll be back next month with some more Hatchery Cup action. Until then, will he name change again? Not like this. With that, though, we are going to be going on a short break. We're going to be going on a short break for around 5 or so minutes, and then we're going to return with some more StarCraft, with the Infolet Monthly Cup. It is another monthly tournament, and we will be bringing you that StarCraft as soon as we can in a couple of minutes. So again, a shout out to Hatsu, shout out to the Hatchery, to the people behind the Hatchery Cup, to the lovely sponsors, the lovely people contributing to that event. We'll be back next month with the next Hatchery Cup. We'll be back in 5 minutes with our next cast. You can see it here. Bam! Oh, that's the logo. So we're going to be going on a short break. When we return, we'll have some more StarCraft action for you. See you soon. And congratulations, Wayne! Congratulations, Papi. Papi. Congrats.